York City at the NBA 2K18 unveiling event, and we are about to run the neighborhood. Let's go. 2K has taken over this Manhattan neighborhood, and we've invited a select group of community members to experience it. What they don't know is that every stop gives a hint at what they can expect in 2K18. Alright guys, we are at our first stop of the Run the Neighborhood event, and I'm joined with Tobias Harris in the barber shop.
Yes, we are, yeah.
I gotta know, what kind of haircut do you get when you go to the barber?
Skinny to sideburns, bring the mustache in, blow out the back.
It's a lot of detail.
It is, it is.
So when you open a new 2K, what mode do you jump in first?
I just went into quick games, and obviously I'm gonna go with our team, Detroit Pistons.
And you were playing 2K18 before we even got here.
Yeah.
You may have been the first NBA player to ever play 2K18. How do you
I
feel about that?
I think I was. I felt like I was breaking a couple of rules, but hey, look, I may have been the first one, right? New York.
Now enjoy, Mario.
Appreciate it. Thank you. What's the Kyrie threes, man?
2K, thank you.
Welcome to Harmon's, all right? Are we here?
Yep.
We're here now. Beautiful.
With JBL next on the tour, it's clear music is a big deal in 2K18.
Run the neighborhood, yeah.
We are at the JBL store with Damian.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And now, your San Antonio Spurs. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Just a single game here at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Spurs. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors. In the two meetings last year, they came away with wins, never losing.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
And we will see if they can do it again this year. Not a simple task by any stretch.
It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Here are the five for the Raptors. DeRozan and Miles are the wings. Ibaka is the four, and Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Lowry in at the point. Now, here is Ibaka. And here in the early part of the season, Steve, when you played, did you have a favorite part of the regular season?
I did. I think right around All-Star break and afterwards, because now you know you have a chance or you're in a hunt. You got to start to pick this up to put you in place for the postseason. But if you're not in the postseason, February starts to feel like a drag.
I bet. But when you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, at least now you got something to aim for. Right?
Yes.
McCollum, no good. And the Raptors with possession. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Now, one thing about DeMar DeRozan, he lives in the gym.
mean, people talk about that he's always working on his game. They talk about him in the offseason being in the lab with all different type of trainers. And the results, they speak for themselves.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting, that ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
6 to shoot. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And now it's Lowry running. Here we go, all the way if he can.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Raptors on defense. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork help this guy live at the line.
And here's Lowry. After Miles Turner was able to get the triple. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. No good that time. And the Spurs going the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
Now, here is Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. 4 on the shot clock. Ibaka sets the pick for DeRozan. Not really his range, and it's off target. Spurs trail by 3. Inside, here's Kuzma. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Kuzma's got his first 2 points of the night.
The improvement in patience, awareness. You can see why Kawhi Leonard's assist totals have grown over the years.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in the groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Here's Kuzma. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Leonard sets a screen for McCollum. Pass to Kuzma. This one for 3. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Tries it from 19. That's good for Miles on the assist from Ibaka. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. McCollum against Lowry. McCollum dishes to Leonard. Shoots over Miles. Second chance effort. Lots of room. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. DeRozan against Thompson. DeRozan gets the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
There's a good screen. Here's Kuzma. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Kuzma's got his second basket of the night.
That's just a textbook team basketball play right there by Thompson. Very unselfish play.
And the basket by Lowry.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Here's Leonard. After the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Now DeRozan. 35 points for him last game against Philadelphia. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
And Ibaka kicks to Valanciunas. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Fader on the way. The rebound by Turner.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the Raptors, unique in the NBA, they have a whole nation behind them.
And basketball continues to gain in popularity, especially with the younger generation in Canada. The Raptors are coming to relevance at the perfect time, and the rabid fan base energized by how competitive this group's been the last couple seasons.
Now, here's DeRozan after the miss from Klay Thompson. Here's Valanciunas, and he uses the glass on the layup. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
McCollum passes to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Lowry gets to DeRozan. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And Valanciunas, far from a finished product, Steve. His coaches and teammates feel he will get better, but in your opinion, where does he need to improve?
I think on the defensive end, he does a nice job of blocking shots, but I would love to see him in rotations, being able to be there a little bit earlier. And then on the offensive end, extend his range a little bit more and also have somewhat of a go-to move down on the low block.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them 1 or 2 things that they could have done better.
Green's checked in for the Spurs. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Nogueira's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Siakam.
Do it.
6 on the shot clock. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for 1 more here.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
Toronto shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
And we've seen a litany of role players come to San Antonio and shoot guys career high.
So, you know, especially shooters, this offense gets them the cleanest look they can ask for. There's no great secret in their strategy. It's all in the execution.
Now here's Wright. Back to Powell. Dishes it to DeRozan. Again, Toronto.
Well, early on, neither team putting much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt. The offensive game planning on both sides has been effective early on.
Here's Leonard. Got a piece of it. Now here's Wright. Outside DeRozan. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
The offensive rebound. Green dishes to Leonard. Back to Green. Thompson against DeRozan. Thompson passes to Turner. Takes it out to Leonard. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and 3-point shot attempts so far for the Raptors.
And they haven't been able to exploit the 3 from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
Now here's DeRozan. After the miss from Klay Thompson. Tries again, and he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And Nogueira, the 7-footer out of Brazil, very long, speed, and athletic.
He is a leaper. That makes him a threat around the rim on both ends. But on the defensive end, he has to learn not to bite on those pump fakes.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Miles Turner, and it's Patrick Beverley in for C.J. McCollum. There's 1:38 left here in the first quarter. Here's DeRozan. Siakam kicks to DeRozan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. DeRozan's got 8.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Leonard off with the layup.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Wright. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And it's an 11-point Raptor lead.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And right there is why Thompson is one of the best shooters this game has ever seen. Amazing strength by him to muscle those shots up while getting hit.
But when I look back at the career of Klay Thompson, you can't help but notice how much he's improved. Every season, Steve, he comes back with a new tool to score on offense and always has been strong, but even getting better on defense.
You know, you love the greats. They can score at all 3 levels. He had the mid-range and obviously the 3-ball, but he is scoring now in the paint off the drive because of his improved ball handling, and he posts up extremely well for a guard. I love what he's brought to his game offensively.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto.
Patrick Beverley is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
He misses the free throw. The Spurs making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. And he's good on the second. And the Raptors looking for a way to break through the East. Smitty, how do they get past the Cavaliers?
I don't know, Kevin. That's the question. As long as LeBron James stands in their way, it won't be easy. DeMar DeRozan said it himself. The key will be finding another star. In today's NBA, you need at least 3 stars to win.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Beverley with the ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. It's the Raptors up by 10. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the cup.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, and if he misses, he say, yeah, good shot. You know?
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
I tell you, on fire all period long, and this is how you want to start the game.
They built up a monster lead on the heels of great shooting. Love the attack mindset here.
Anderson is out there with Green. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Thompson in at the 2. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works. And beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. It's up a 3, and again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And Wright kicks to Siakam. Feeds to Wright. Pass to Siakam. Raptors moving the ball around. Powell with the screen. On the pass to DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Flies a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
What's amazing to me about Klay Thompson is his ability to take over a game. He just needs a few shots to drop and look out. The next thing you know, he is in unstoppable rhythm.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Raptors. On the free throw, no good. And with Klay's shooting ability and size, it allows him to put up huge numbers, Steve, when he's locked in. We've seen it before in the past.
You know, just looking at Klay's resume shows how dominant he can be when he's on fire. 35 points in a quarter, 60 in 3/4. One of the scariest players in the league when he's on.
And it's Nogueira missing.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
For three, and it's Thompson again missing. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Nogueira gets a screen for Miles. He dishes it to Powell. And Wright kicks to Siakam. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. Thompson inside. Powell's there. O'Quinn dishes to Beverly. Thompson right side. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Raptors have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Powell for three. A shot off that time. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Back to Beverly. He kicks it to O'Quinn. And there's the foul. It's on Lucas Nogueira. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And that's his third foul. The chance you take leaving him in with two. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Nogueira. Baca comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for DeLon Wright. Thompson for the triple. They get it back. Anderson passes to Beverly. Picked by O'Quinn. A second chance effort. That shot, no good. It's Steve from Valanciunas.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
To the inside. There's the screen, and looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. And Smitty, you retired back in what, 2005? Do you still get a chance to play pickup from time to time?
You know, we play pickup, Kevin. Yes, in 2005 I retired. Guys I get a chance to play with in Atlanta, Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Charles Oakley, Tony Delk. So we have a great group, other than that we're real old and have gray hair. But now it's got uglier and uglier. We play about 1 or 2 games, and we let our kids pick up the rest.
Smitty, I can see maybe speed and quickness going because of age, but I bet the shot is always still pretty much there, correct?
The shot is still there, and the fouling is going up to another level.
Outside Leonard, Turner with the screen, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. Leonard's got 8 points.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Toronto calls timeout.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some light back into them.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Great showing for him last season. 7th in steals, 9th in scoring, and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year. Always a threat to cause a turnover. Count it. 8 points for Valanciunas.
Valanciunas had his hands up and ready on that catch and shoot. He wanted it.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Screen by Valanciunas. And stolen by White. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Pass to Leonard. And the whistle blows, so a change here for a three-point play.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it. Kawhi Leonard, he's been a hand-in-glove fit with the Spurs culture. Quiet, not an attention seeker, but he's all about winning.
And here's Lowry. He picked up 18 points in their last one against Philadelphia.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Shot clock at 5. Knocked away. And here's Miles outside. A rebound by the Spurs. Turner's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Raptors trail by 8. Here's Powell. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Back to Ibaka. 5 to shoot. 2 in the run. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
Rugged finish by Serge. Takes the hit, converts through it for a potential and one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Now Beverly. Pass to Kuzma. Turner with the screen. Passes it to Kuzma. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. 3rd is Miles Turner.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And the Raptors making a change here. DeRozan's checked in. Now, here's Lowry. Right wing. Screen by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. Goes back up. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Love the aggression that Valanciunas showed there. He welcomed the contact inside to get to the line.
Raptors have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step. Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Beverly, the pass to Kuzma. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Raptors trail by 3. To the middle. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Well-timed play with a powerful ending. DeMar DeRozan, he went and got that one.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Kicks it to White. Turner with the screen. Beverly, the pass to Kuzma. Turner. And it's Lowry with the rebound. Toronto's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Powell. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Kuzma passes to White. It's good.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Turner. Steve, a lot of great guards out there in the NBA. Many of them will drag you down to the block. Which guards would you least like to go up against in the post?
I would say Dwayne Wade, because I've got a chance to play against him in the post. Some of the guys now you look at, Sean Livingston, Devin Booker is a sneak peek for me. They say he's a shooter, but you got to watch him down the low post. DeMar DeRozan can make a living down there. Those are the guys that stand out for me right now, Kevin.
Tough guys, tough players, you're right.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Now the dish to White from the arc. Good on the triple. White's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Now here's Powell. White covering. 13 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. San Antonio leading by 5. Beverly dishes to White. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Back to White. The pass to O'Quinn. And Beverly kicks to White. San Antonio needs to get off his shot here. Leonard, no luck. Raptors trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The aggressive mindset of DeRozan. Catches and shoots without hesitation.
Kuzma passes to Beverly. Out to the right wing. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Stolen by Beverly. Got it up. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline.
You can see on plays like that just how hard it can be to shake Lowry off you.
And so that's the end of the first half. Spurs lead by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my team might start getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 15 points and 1 assist. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
When you think about giving up 3 or 4 extra turnovers, that can mean 8 or 9 points at the other end. That's why every coach preaches it. Take care of the basketball. Bottom line, they need to protect the ball and play under control.
That'll do it for now.
We come back to San Antonio now with a look at the world-famous Riverwalk with its restaurants and boats and nightclubs and people. Lots going on. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the... Spurs leading by 6. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. Niles and Ibaka, the small and power forwards. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 down low. Out to Thompson. Here's the 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Johnson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Spurs. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moments, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
Danny Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Outside DeRozan. Here's the screen. The feed now to Lowry. Dishes it to Valanciunas. And DeRozan kicks to Miles. Just 5 on the clock. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Greg Popovich, also the head coach of the U.S. national men's basketball team, a former military man himself, and of course, guys, very passionate about his country.
You're totally right, Kevin. He's been outspoken, but his actions speak even louder. Doing a lot of charity work in San Antonio for disadvantaged youth. He cares, his players know it, and it's a part of what makes him a great man.
Lowry can't get it to go.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
Pushing their lead to double digits. And it's an 11-point Spurs lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
It's Miles on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot. Two here. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
The Spurs, a top 7 offensive team for the last 7 seasons. Their passing and perimeter shooting is what really sets them apart.
Back to McCollum. But Trey can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Lowry. Raptors trail by 9. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post.
No, you don't.
Agreed. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity. And the Spurs among the league's best in 3-point shooting, but they really don't...
That's what I wanted to do. Where's this shit coming from?
Why on that, as some teams do.
You know, the Spurs can change it up. No, they embrace the mid-range a little bit more than the 3-point shot right now. Kind of going against the grain in that way. They take shots other teams avoid, and they make it work for them.
Nogueira's checked in for the Raptors. Wright comes in for Kyle Lowry. Back to Leonard. Nogueira with the steal. Wright outside. They double him with Green. Wright dishes to Miles. Back to Wright. Ibaka outside. Toronto working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Feeds it to DeRozan. And again, no good by Toronto.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game. But going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
Wright against McCollum. Wright with it. He has 7. There's the pick. He dishes it to Miles. Over Green. And it's Miles missing.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
And there's Green on the assist by Leonard. And the Spurs lead by 11.
And what can't this guy do? Kawhi calmly dropping dimes.
Toronto calls timeout.
You talk about the new turn 3 and D players. Well, Danny Green is the perfect example of that. Over 2/3 of his shots come from long range.
Danny Green's shooting has tailed off a bit over the last couple of seasons, now entering his 30s. Steve, you think we've seen the best of Danny Green?
Well, you know, he bounced back last season, shot over 38% from the three-point range, but his field goal percentage wasn't much better. As many threes as he shoots, you'll take it.
Here's a Teletovic is checked in for San Antonio. Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Toronto also making a switch. Siakam is checked in for Serge Ibaka. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Nogueira. And the Raptors miss again.
Lazy defense against a good score. Turns out not to matter.
Anderson against Miles. And Turner kicks to Green. Turner with the screen. Turner with the screen on Miles. Pass to McCollum. The dish to Turner. Rebound by the Raptors. Nogueira's got his third rebound on the night. And Wright kicks to Nogueira. Miles against Anderson. Pass to Wright. Outside DeRozan. Here's Siakam. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Uh-oh, he misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it.
Passes it to Teletovic. McCollum outside. Turner with the screen. Cullen passes to Anderson. Right against McCollum.
And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
The fans really get their money's worth when they get to see him make plays like that.
Siakam kicks to Miles. Nogueira gets a screen for Miles. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Miles has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And it's time for an injury report. Now for an update on Kyle Lowry's injury. Let's go to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Raptors' head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
Well, thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. McCollum against Wright. Now here's McCollum. He's tightly guarded. Here's Turner. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Turner's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Siakam passes to DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Good on the shot.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Toronto calls timeout. And we see the game of basketball gaining popularity, Steve, around the globe. Do you see a difference in the number of international players in the league now versus, say, when you came into the league?
You know, Kevin, back then I saw it. It was probably 90-10, 90% of guys from the United States and then 10% international. That number right now is starting to grow. It is getting closer and closer to 50-50. And the reason why, scouts now, with the technology, you can find a guy all over this globe. The guys are coming over here and taking the game serious. I think it's going to come down to wherever you're from. If you're fundamentally sound, you have a chance to make it in the NBA.
And you know, Steve, a credit to current NBA and college coaches for making these summertime pilgrimages overseas to teach the kids in Yugoslavia and Serbia and all over the globe about the game of basketball. I think that has also sped up the development, and that's, again, a reflection of the international player coming to the NBA.
You're totally right. The global games and guys got to get a chance to see. I think it really started with the Dream Team, the original Dream Team. Everybody international are loving this game, and I think the players who listen and go out and work on their game, they have a better chance.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's DeRozan. Green with the block.
Good shot blocker for his size. Danny showing great timing right there.
McCollum, he kicks to O'Quinn. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for the Spurs.
The saying is live by the three and die by the three, and they are living quite comfortably, I might add, out there. You almost expect every chance they hoist up to find its way through the netting. Right now, they are opening up a lot of chances inside as the defense has to respect them when they step up to the line from deep.
And you look at the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East break, but do they have a chance to go all the way?
I think they're a threat to make the finals. Can they win it all? They may be a piece or two away, but still a young and aggressive core. They continue to try to add pieces, and this is a group that has proven they want to win and win now.
Here's McCollum. And here's Anderson for 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. There's 1:38 left in the third. And here is Powell. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Over Anderson. The shot by Powell, no good.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play. And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Lucas Nogueira.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And Teletovic kicks to Anderson. Teletovic the screen. Here's McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
Powell for 3, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds in this game. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And after the Raptors were swept in the 2017 conference semifinals, do you guys get the sense that Coach Dwayne Casey's on the hot seat?
No, I don't think so. I think Casey already survived a changing of the guard in the front office. He doesn't feel the pressure to keep his job, just the pressure to do his job, putting his players in the best position to compete.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
And Beverly kicks to White. Misses the 3.
Woo! Weak effort to set a screen allows the defender to get right in position.
Here's Lowry. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Now Ibaka. And these are his second and third free throws tonight. He's off on the first.
Oh, from the Republic of Congo, Serge Ibaka, Dikembe Mutombo, and Bismack Biyombo. A lot of big man talent.
Here's Beverly, and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Now here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
Quick first step. This is why it's hard to stay in front of DeMar DeRozan.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Spurs out in front. They lead by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
They're playing harder, they're cutting harder, they're running harder, they're playing defense on us harder down here. We're kind of tiptoeing on our...
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Raptors trail by 4. White is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Anderson. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Kuzma in at the power forward. That's the San Antonio 5. San Antonio with the ball. O'Quinn, the pass to Kuzma. Shoots the 3. The Spurs with a new 24. They shoot again. And the layup is good. O'Quinn's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Spurs.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Outside DeRozan. The pass to Ibaka. 11 feet away. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
If you let Serge get looks in there, he's going to shoot him for a very high percentage.
Picked by O'Quinn. White drives in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Anderson against DeRozan. Here's Kuzma. Buries the long-range jumper.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Anderson against DeRozan. Valanciunas dishes to Lowry. Pocket 6. He feeds it to DeRozan. To the paint. Valanciunas. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 4 assists now tonight. And Beverly kicks to O'Quinn. Outside White. Picked by O'Quinn. Outside Anderson. Beverly for 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Raptors trail by 7. Powell, the pass to DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Dishes it to Ibaka. Connects from 3-point range.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
Picked by O'Quinn. Here's Beverly. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Toronto. The Spurs offense, one of the most efficient in the NBA. It's all predicated, Greg, on motion.
And it's ball movement and player movement. They kind of want to warp the defense and force mistakes, and that's when they strike.
Here's Valanciunas. The putback.
Come on, man.
Shoots over Turner. Valanciunas can't get that one to fall.
Nice move inside. As the defender beat, just fails to finish.
Beverly dishes to Green. Back to Beverly. A 3 from Leonard. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Raptors trail by 7. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Screen by Ibaka. In the corner, Miles with it. Turner comes with a double team. Miles, that's good.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
No doubt. As close as this game is, I think it's going to come down to which team controls the paint down the stretch.
Leonard against Meyer. Leonard attacking.
And right now, Kawhi stacking.
Lowry with the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Lowry.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Spurs leading by 7. And here's Beverly. Turner with the screen. There's the feed to Green. It's stolen by Ibaka. And the wide open shot from Miles. Miles with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Stolen by Miles. It's 2-on-1. Over Leonard. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Raptors trail by 7. Time now for an injury report. Now an update on DeMar DeRozan from David Aldridge. Dave, what'd you find out?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Raptors head athletic trainer, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in. NBA injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Lowry kicks to... Screened by Valanciunas. Ibaka, the pass to Pop. And blocked. That one goes straight off the glass. Leonard kicks to Teletovic. Over Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. Serge Ibaka picks one up here.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
And Steve, Kawhi Leonard, one of just 3 players to increase his scoring average in each of the past 5 seasons.
I mean, you look at what he's done. He's become an elite scorer, the 3rd longest streak of double-digit scoring games in franchise history, surpassing Timmy D. That's the consistency that you expect from a franchise player.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. Here is Miles. Shot clock at 5. To stop the run. Miles with another miss.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Leonard draws the double. 3-pointer, Teletovic. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Miles outside. Miles with another miss. Spurs leading by 12. Outside Leonard. To the wing right side. Beverly dishes to Turner. And the 3 off target. Raptors trail by 12. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. Leonard with no one around. Wide open shot is on the money. Leonard's got 11 points in the quarter.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch and shoot game.
And the Raptors call time here. And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call the prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player.
now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And the Spurs with some changes. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Turner. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Kawhi Leonard. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. Let's see if they can clean it up, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And Beverly kicks to Anderson. Teletovic with a screen on Miles. 5 to shoot. It's tipped. Here's O'Quinn, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Oh, great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Lowry passes to Miles. Feeds to DeRozan. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. DeRozan's got 20.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot. You know, the Raptors have the advantage of continuity. There's a trust and an understanding they share helps them win a lot of games.
And we can talk about the continuity and maturity of this Raptors team. Is there a flip side to that, Steve? Does that limit their upside?
Well, Kevin, it's interesting. This front office has brought in some nice young pieces. I wouldn't write off their upside. They can improve if those younger guys make some strides.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Spurs.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kawhi Leonard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Anunoby, good.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Beverly against Wright. Anderson the screen. Back to Beverly from the arc. The Spurs rebound.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for tuning in. So long.